Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2019 SHOT Show is sponsored by Hog Holsters, Olight Flashlights, and Heal That Pain Shoe Insert. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2019 SHOT Show. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. I'm here with Tim from Maxpedition, who make just some really tough gear. Really, they're an industry leader in the backpacks and packs and stuff. You've seen some of their stuff on the channel before. So what I thought we'd do today, instead of just giving you the same old boring look at our new stuff video, is go to the experts and talk about 5 features that you really need to make sure that you look for in a quality backpack or pack in general. So, Tim, thanks for taking a minute to kind of go outside the box here and do this. And by the way, we may be the only 2 people at SHOT Show without a beard. So, anyway, so I know a lot of people are using backpacks for a lot of different reasons. Everyday carry, bug out bags, get home bags, or whatever. You know, if somebody's looking for a quality backpack, you know, what are some really top things they need to really pay attention to make sure they're getting a quality piece of gear that's going to last them?
I think the most important thing is knowing the purpose of your backpack. You know, what are you using for? What do you do? Are you law enforcement? Are you military? Are you an adventure traveler? Are you just a prepared citizen? Do you carry concealed carry? Is it for everyday carry? You know, what exactly are you doing? And it's important to look at the packs, the sizes, and the features. So at Maxpedition, we make a wide range of backpacks. We have 3 primary different families, and you can see the 3 families here. We have Legacy, which is right here, AGR here, and with Entity. So these were developed in different time periods, and they serve different functions. So for example, our Legacy series was started being designed in 2003, and we've had that line for 16 years. 2003 was a few years after the invention of the MOLLE system. MOLLE system being all this webbing up here. So this type of webbing allows you to attach pouches to the side of the packs. So if you need a pack, if your purpose of the pack is to carry a lot of stuff and you would organize things by attaching packs, then this would be something that you would use. It's built with very, very abrasion-resistant materials that is trusted by law enforcement and military. So if you need something that's essentially unbreakable, a Legacy pack would be a good choice. After you've determined your purpose and the size of the pack, you sort of have to look at the materials. Like Maxpedition uses only the best quality materials. On fabrics, we use 1000 denier on all abrasion-resistant areas. On the AGR series, we actually will use 500 denier hex ripstop that we developed custom for our products in certain areas for weight reduction. So you want to make sure that the pack is, the weight is comfortable to carry, and where it's going to get a lot of abrasion, you want to make sure there's very tough fabric. So I think AGR definitely meets that requirement. You can see a lot of construction details. So if you look at our pull handle, for example, this is the handle that is going to have to hold all this weight when you lift it up. So in terms of construction, you can see that we've done a bar-tack stitching. It's then box and X stitched. It goes into a seam that's double stitched, and it's riveted. So, with Maxpedition, you're going to see really attention to detail, a good understanding of where the stress points are, and having the expertise to be able to reinforce them to make sure that they don't fall apart at the least opportune time.
So once you decide what you're going to use it for, then the features you need to look for, which are, I think, pretty much doesn't matter what your purpose is, you need to make sure that you've got the materials it's made out of are really strong, especially check where it's going to be in a high stress or abrasion area. You need to have really good materials. You need to make sure sure of that. And then the second thing I just think we just talked about, wherever you have anything fastened to it, you need to make sure that, because I think that's probably one of the most common points of failure is where is the stitching, or where there's 2 components put together.
Right.
It's not stitched right or bonded right, it's going to come apart. Exactly. Whether it's straps or whether it's handles or whatever. Right. And the last thing you want is to pick up your pack and the handle come off.
Exactly. And then the material selection is important. So besides construction, zippers, for example, Maxpedition products use 100% YKK zippers. So YKK is a premier brand of zippers, and we only use that. We don't use any other brand. All of our buckles are also branded buckles. So primarily, I would say 95%, we use Duraflex buckles, which is a very, very recognized brand. We also use ITW excess in some areas, and we also use YKK buckles in certain areas. But I would say 95% is Duraflex. So you want to make sure that your packs are using buckles that are made by recognized brands, because they're using good plastic materials, good materials for making those brands, not recycled materials, not low quality injection molding. That's also very important.
So materials in general are pretty much, I'm going to lump them under one classification. You got to make sure all the materials, whether it's the fabric, the buckles, the zippers, or whatever, are high quality, first class. And then the second thing is, I guess, would be construction. One of the parts of construction is the fastening and how everything's sewn together. What about any like, I guess, design details that you think would be important?
Yeah, so I mean, you're carrying a backpack on your back. You're putting a lot of weight in it, so obviously the ergonomics are going to be very important. So, you know, the best test of ergonomics is actually go try the pack on. So before buying any pack, if you can, I would definitely suggest trying it on, or if your friend has one, try it on, put some weight in it, feel it. You want to make sure that the straps are shaped properly so that there are no stress points, pressure points. Sometimes when the packs are, the geometry of the straps are not done properly, you'll feel pain points. Make sure that they're padded well, but not too much padding. So you kind of want to, the padding is a trade-off between comfort but also weight. So the thicker the padding, the heavier the pack is gonna. So you want to make sure that you have that trade-off. So with larger packs, you want to make sure that there's a padded waist belt, like we have here on the Tiburon. So the padded waist belt allows you to transfer a lot of the weight from your shoulders to your hips, which your hips are right above the strongest muscles of your body, which are the leg muscles. So make sure that, you know, on larger packs that you're going to be carrying a larger load, so I would say 30-liter backpack or higher, you want to make sure you have a nice padded waist belt. But that's also very important.
So, and I'm probably going to screw up the 5 things, but you know, we've got the materials and making sure that the materials are where they need to be as far as, you know, you want light. Obviously, you want to minimize the weight as much as possible, because every ounce the backpack weighs is one less ounce you can put in to be comfortable. But you still want to have the best materials where it's important. So you need to. That's really important to make sure that you got, like on the bottom and wherever it's going to be rubbing against stuff and bracing, you got strong materials. Construction obviously is important. The all the hardware and zippers and all that, and then from a design feature as far as comfort, the straps and all that. But what about as far as utility? What are some design features you think that are really important? I think that'll make up 5 that would be really something to look for if you're going to use a pack. Because there's all kinds of different designs, and some of them are just bucket packs. Some of them have, you know, what do you think are some important design features?
Well, I guess everyone has a different philosophy, but with Maxpedition, we try to provide a lot of organization on the interior. So, you know, you mentioned bucket packs. A lot of packs you open up, there's nothing inside. It's just a one volume. Maxpedition packs are a little bit different in terms of in every compartment we try to make, you know, side pockets. We try to make a laptop compartment, or we try to use all the surfaces for some kind of functionality. We have organizers. Right. You also want to make sure that you can see your content. So we use our very visible grayscale interior on the inside. So this allows you to see the things you're putting inside, even when it's a little bit dark out. We have gossamer mesh here, which is a mesh material that you can see through, but again, it's not holes. There's fiber running all the way through it. This makes it a lot more tear resistant. So a lot of details, a lot of attention to details. And these are features on the inside that you want to try on maybe before you buy the pack, if you can, and take whatever you're going to put inside and try to fit it in the compartments. I think that'd be useful.
So I'm going to recap, and then we're going to talk for a second about one more thing. But so, to recap, you got good quality construction materials, good construction principles as far as the way this thing's constructed, good hardware. Make sure that the comfort stuff is there. The straps are shaped properly. You got waist belt, and then organization on the inside. And something I really like about, like I've got the Entity 27, the fact that you get those pockets, the gossamer mesh that we talk, that you can see in there. It's just great, because if you got these zipper pockets, if you can't see in there, you're gonna open them up, or you can't remember where you put your stuff. It's just really, you may not think about these things when you go to buy a pack. When you start using it, it's just a bummer to get a pack you had for 2 weeks and you realize, man, this thing is not at all functional as I thought it was going to be. So Well, what is it that makes Maxpedition, you think, one of the industry leader as far as like hard use backpacks go?
Right. So, I think a big difference between Maxpedition and some of our competitors or recent competitors have come out of the woodworks is that Maxpedition designs every bag from scratch. So we actually start with a sketch concept. We create a tech pack that we use to create the prototype, and through lab testing and field testing, we do multiple rounds of revisions until we have our final product. So there's a lot of things that we've learned over the years from this process that allows us to make a pack that's really, really good, versus someone who took a Maxpedition pack and copied it with some changes. So these are all, what you're getting here is 16 years of experience, and we have a strong warranty and a strong customer service team. So there's a level of trust there that customers can trust Maxpedition to not only provide a great pack, but also to take care of them after the sale occurs.
I can tell you, I don't know how many thousands of people here at SHOT Show, but I see a lot of guys wearing Maxpedition backpacks to carry their stuff around. So that in itself, a lot of guys with big long beards, by the way, that in itself is a testimony to your quality. So thanks so much for taking time to talk to us, Tim. And thank you for watching Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2019 SHOT Show. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2019 SHOT Show. Once again, I'd like to thank my sponsors and encourage you to go check them out. First of all, Hog Holsters, helping Americans wear guns. Olight Flashlights, makers of the PL Mini, PL Valkyrie, and lots of other cool flashlights. And the folks at Heal That Pain heel seats, which I'm wearing right now. They literally changed my life. So I encourage you to check them all out. Tell them I said hello and thanks for sponsoring this year's coverage of the 2019 SHOT Show. Once again, my name is Brian. Thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.